I made it. We made it. We're here. I'm just feeling grateful right now that I brought myself to a state of mind to just sit down and turn the camera on. Sometimes it's all we can do. Just take the first step. Have no idea what I'm going to say or how it's going to come out. Hopefully this turns uplifting because right now I'm feeling a little stabby. Hello, Ash. Hello, Tyler. I'm feeling very ghost face. I'm feeling like I just need the knife swipe right now. I feel like that would be very gratifying. So who all is in here? There we go. Carol, Entity. Happy spooky season. Yes. Spooky season. You know, like I said in my last short, boo would have been sufficient to scare us all. But no, the sky is friggin' falling. Hello, Anonymous and David. You guys know me well enough, I would hope. My camera's crooked, it's gonna bug me. To know that I try really hard not to be an alarmist. I try really hard to stay optimistic, to look at the bright side, and to at least understand, okay, things might be bad right now. There's another side to it. And I've been really having to drill that into my head recently of there's another side to all this madness. Even if the sky's falling, just need a hard hat. Guess I'm going to be Atlas right now holding the sky up. I don't know. Hey, Josh. Yes, David, I made it. Thanks. Tyler says just had a moment while listening to Linkin Park. Castle of Glass. I love that song. The video is really, really sad, though. Entity says, so I have news. I've had my very first day of actual therapy. I'm a chronic overthinker and have major trust issues. She was asking questions for 30 minutes until I just emotionally snapped. Well, hopefully in like a cleansing way. Hopefully you were just able to get a lot of stuff out. So preliminary snaps. I know we don't have snaps yet. Before we get too far in, let me just get the housekeeping out of the way that if you are new, I'm not a licensed mental health professional. I have a bachelor's in forensic psychology. I'm a certified life coach, but I've just seen some stuff. I've had a lot of life experience and I've interacted with a lot of people that have had a lot of life experience. So the advice, insight, stuff that I might give during the stream is just based on my experiences and the experiences of other people I've interacted with some psychology thrown in there. But if you are having a mental health crisis, please make sure that you're reaching out to the crisis line in your country. I always link those in the lives and my videos. So if you need to find that number, you can do it that way. Hi, Aaron. Abstract atheist. I'm seeing myself here. That's funny. But as I said a few streams ago, I'm trying to split the streams so that one stream will be for the community and the outreach, so we can pay for therapy for individuals so we can really help, and then half the streams will go toward me. And I always have a hard time admitting that and saying that because that was never the point of the streams, but things have been really rough the last 6 months. And if you haven't seen my last stream, seriously, sky is falling for a lot of us. I cannot believe how many emails I woke up to the other day. It was more than I have gotten on any single day, tenfold since starting this channel. That's how bad this situation is. As I said, I don't talk politics. I don't like to talk politics, but politics might come up a little bit today because you know what affects mental health? Food insecurity. Food insecurity affects mental health. Not having access to medical care affects mental health. Being afraid for your family affects mental health. So things might come up. I don't want to ostracize or offend anyone. So please know that the things I say are coming from a place of fear and frustration and anger and all sorts of other feelings that are coming up. I don't want to create an us versus them mentality. That's not my point at all. So I just want to say ahead of time, if anything like that does come up, which it probably will, because it's a really heavy thing going on right now, I just want to say that I'm not attacking a certain person. I'm not attacking a certain party. I'm not attacking anyone for their beliefs or where they stand politically. Everybody's welcome here. Just want to reiterate that. But with that being said, holy crap, this is a train wreck. Like, this is dystopian what is going on. So I do still have the goal of reaching 250 here in the stream. Just for transparency, the stream will be going toward me. But if you want to support my outreach and stuff, you can become a Patreon. That does support my outreach specifically. And then our next stream will support outreach as well. T. Montgomery says she also has a huge collection of Backstreet Boys collectibles. I hope you're not talking about me, good sir. I hope that you did not make that faux pas. I mean, I just said I was feeling stabby like 4 minutes ago. Come on. Oh gosh, Entity says, I didn't see a single thing until she asked one single question. Are you an ex-Jehovah's Witness? And I instantly blacked out with emotion. I was yelling, screaming, cussing, crying, everything. That I know it seems bad because it's a very uncomfortable thing to go through, but that's actually really good that you were getting that out and you had someone to just word vomit that out on, have that emotional release. It's a really good sign that you are able to do that with your therapist. I'm sorry that you have that trauma. I don't know if you specifically know. I know that we had been communicating about that. I actually just started an atheist channel with my partner, Aaron, because I'm an atheist, he's an atheist, and we just have been sharing stories, experiences, thoughts, stuff like that over there, and that will be growing. So if you just can't get enough of me, I have that channel as well, and it's really for people that are struggling with religious trauma or deconstructing or just questioning. So it's new, but we are growing. And Aaron is running it here in the channel. So if you want to join that, you can click on Abstract Atheists here and check that out. But, oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Ash Carr says, I opened up on one of your reactions and was called names, so I deleted my comment. Please let me know where that was. In the future, if you are a regular here, you feel like reaching out to me. But if you're not a regular, if you get comments like that, reach out to me and let me know which video it was on, and I will come teach them a lesson or two, shall we say. So I want everyone to feel safe, and I do take that very seriously, and I can't read every comment. I try really hard. I had been up until the last few months. I haven't been able to keep up with them. I'm really sorry for that. I'm still trying the best I can and trying to have help and stuff. But if you send me an email or something, I'll make sure to do some housekeeping. Yes, we will take care of them. I just happened to see Jigsaw out of the corner of my eye while I'm saying that. David said President Jigsaw. I just happened to see the other corner of my eye. So you can tell where my selective vision is going. So it will get kind of crazy in here. As you can see, lots of messages and stuff. Sometimes it just gets so crazy I can't possibly see everything. So if you want to get my attention, make sure you use that super chat or super sticker function. Then that will go toward the 250 goal. And if you become a channel member, then you will get one message, I believe one message per stream. And you get fun little emojis and stuff. I just started doing polls over there as well. So I'm going to be using the channel members to help me figure out which song to react to next. So lots going on. Hello, Master Rogue. Carol says, first question, I'm depressed of 2 years. It's not easy, not help because my country specialist is too expensive. I don't know what you're doing. Sorry for my English language. No need to apologize. I really admire people that learn other languages. So I think I understand what you're asking, that you've been struggling with depression for 2 years. And it's very easy. It's not very easy to get help because the person in your country is expensive. And you don't know what to do. You don't know your next step. And even here, that's very common to not know the first steps to take. And in my opinion, really finding a community, finding someone to talk to, it doesn't have to be a mental health professional. Just having someone that you trust to talk to can be a really important first step. I don't know what country you're in, but if you are in a serious state of depression where you're thinking of harming yourself or harming someone else, you can always call the crisis line. Like I said, those are listed by country in my video descriptions or in the descriptions here. And for me, I had to overhaul my whole entire life. And as you can see, I'm not perfect. Like I want people to understand that even when you're in a better place, even when you're healing, that doesn't mean that you're happy all the time. I'm not happy right now. I'm freaking out, guys. I am losing it. I had a complete mental breakdown the other day, and I'm still feeling like I'm having a panic attack, emotional hangover. Like I had lots of panic attacks, lots of crying, feel like I'm having a hangover. With that being said, for me to have gone from where I was in that darkness to where I can manage, to where I can deal with the anxiety. I have a strong toolbox. I have a strong foundation for coping and stuff. I teach that in my happiness boost course, and I can send you some free materials if that's not an option for you, because you were saying it was very expensive. And I did just lower the price of it. I cut the price in half, and I'm only allowing a certain amount of people in. I think we do have one spot left for October, and then it will reset in November. So that is also an option that gives a lot of resources on how to build, not a lot of resources, a lot of information. It's going to take you through the exact steps of building a solid foundation for your mental health, and a strong toolbox of how to manage when things get difficult, when you're feeling that darkness. So David, can you link that? Like I said, I think we have one spot left. So before it closes until November 1st, but I just want to be able to give people one-on-one focus and stuff right now with that, because I know that things are very difficult for people. So that's why I'm limiting it. It's not to create some scarcity marketing or anything. I just want to make sure that I can give the students and stuff one-on-one attention when they're going through it. So if that is a possibility for you, I would suggest that, because it gives a lot of information on how to get from that darkness to a place of stability, just based on my experience and my education and the experiences of others I've interacted with. Oh, Jeff, hello. Thank you, Jeff. David says, I don't think being happy 24/7 will be healthy either. There's actually an episode, I was just talking about this episode of Charmed the other day with Erin, that there's an episode of Charmed where I don't remember the context of it because it was a long time ago that I watched it, but they cast a spell or something and wound up in some kind of like dystopian reality where everyone was happy all the time. And the only thing I really explicitly remember about it was the one character was pregnant and she was hemorrhaging, and the sister asks, is she going to be okay? And the guy's like, no, absolutely not. She's just hemorrhaging everywhere. And to be honest, it makes me think of certain sects of people that just feel the need to always constantly be happy. It's creepy, and it's so disingenuous. I don't like it. It makes me feel very, very uncomfortable. T. Montgomery says, hope you're proud of yourself, Amanda, for that breakdown, that you had an emotional hangover, not a real hangover. Yeah. I mean, I did have a glass of wine, a bigger glass of wine than I normally would have, but yes, I did not have a big hangover, and I was able to just get it all out. But I feel like I look like death today. I'm hoping that we can have a happy stream, that we meet our goal and we are able to love and support each other, and we all walk away feeling just a little bit better. Okay, Jeff says, I have a question. I've been married for 17 years, known my wife for 28 years. I've had to deal with some major issues. Finally, after many years of bad relationship issues, my wife finally wants to divorce. How can I accept that and possibly be okay with that when deep I won't ever be? I can say that you will be okay, but you're never going to be the same. You're never going to be the same person you were before. And I actually just lost my closest friends within the past 6 months. I lost my closest friends of 27 and 28 years. So I can't speak to the marriage aspect. I wasn't married and got divorced, but I wasn't with him that long. But I can speak to the fact of how jarring it is when you have somebody that's there that you trust, that you have this connection with. Like, I consider them my family, and then all of a sudden that person is not there. They don't care about you. They don't want anything to do with you. It's very hard. And I think the biggest thing I've been having to focus on is what my identity is without them, and what person, like who I want to be without them. So I struggle a lot with identity because I was diagnosed borderline personality disorder, and identity can be a very difficult thing for me, but I'm trying to use this as a chance to explore. Okay, if I don't have that person to turn to, what tools do I have? What options do I have? What do I like to do? What lifts my spirits? What makes me feel better? So it's really just a matter of reconnecting with yourself. I'm sorry. I said just, and I hate that word. It's not just. This isn't just anything, but to me, it's been a matter of reconnecting with myself. And I did the same thing after my own divorce, where it was, I have to figure out who I am on the other side of this. Because like I said, you can't go back, and you're not going to be that same person that you were before, but you can go anywhere else. So figuring out where you want to go and who you want to be is huge when you're making those transitions like that. Yeah, it definitely is a mental and emotional beatdown. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I want to share struggles. So, something I decided to start doing a few streams ago. We have our wins, and we're gonna get there. Actually, I'm gonna read the good news story, and then let's do our struggles. So while I'm reading the good news story, feel free to share your struggles of the last couple weeks here in the stream. I'll read them again. If you want to make sure that I see them, use the super chat or super sticker function. 15 minutes in, we don't have any pledges yet. We gotta get going. But I think we all need a little vent time, all right? But we're going to start with a good news story, then we're going to do our struggles, then we'll do our wins. So I like to keep balance. Oh, man, I was praying with every aspect of me that I had a notification on my phone. I was hoping it was a Poshmark Fango order. It was not. Bloomsbury introduces dyslexia-friendly range of bestsellers in industry first. Bloomsbury Publishing has launched a range of dyslexia-friendly editions of its existing books, transforming 11 best-selling adult titles into a format specifically for adults with dyslexia. The publisher described this process of transforming existing adult books into dyslexia-friendly editions as an industry-first initiative. The list includes award-winning memoir Just Kids by Patti Smith, Gillian Anderson's Want, and Baek Sihe's bestseller I Want to Die, But I Want to Eat. Tibaki? I don't know what that is. Among other titles. The full lineup was revealed at the start of Dyslexia Awareness Week, which is the 6th of October, with the books available in bookstores and online from Thursday, the 23rd of October. The publisher said Bloomsbury soft launched 9 dyslexia-friendly editions in 2024 and were so encouraged by the positive reception and impact that it solidified their commitment to continuing the scheme this year. Elizabeth Killingly, accessibility manager at Bloomsbury, is the driving force behind the initiative, the publisher said. Bloomsbury added she conceived the series after noticing a clear gap in print accessibility for adult readers, even as digital accessibility was improving. Killingly said, as a disabled person, I know what it feels like to need adaptations. She added, last year's launch proved demand, and this year we're expanding the list. While neurodivergent characters and authors are increasingly represented in publishing, access to these books hasn't kept pace. We wanted to change that, ensuring that great books are available to everyone. So as a reader, I've honestly been reading a lot, really the last several months since Aurora's been born. But today, I've been reading in the middle of the night when I can't sleep. I'm reading a lot. Frida McFadden is my guilty pleasure book right now. I love to read her. I love mysteries and stuff. Thank you, David, for getting the chain started. I just realized also that I need to open my email. So if you do want to make a bigger pledge, please make sure to use PayPal or Venmo. So that way, and that's in the description of these streams. So that way YouTube can't take their cut. So I'll keep that open just in case we get any pledges over there. But I think that's really amazing. That's something that I wouldn't have even thought of, even though I do think that there's a lot more representation now. Bryston, my 14-year-old son, is really the Percy Jackson series, and Percy is dyslexic. So I think that Rick Riordan, if I'm not mistaken, wrote the series that way because his son is dyslexic in real life. His child's dyslexic, and he wanted to have that representation in the hero realm of someone, with that disorder. So I think that this is really awesome news. I think that this is really great for mental health, so that people who enjoy reading but struggle with it because of dyslexia can now still engage in that. So reading is amazing for me. Even if I like fiction. I mean, sometimes I'll read self-help if I find something that I think will help me in some way that will enhance my life, enrich my life, then I will read self-help books. But I also just really enjoy a good thriller fiction novel, Holocaust fiction I read a lot of. So I love to read. I thought this was amazing for all of the people that might be struggling. So we all deserve an escape sometimes. And that's where I've been, is I feel like reading is a healthy escape. So I really enjoyed. Hey, Executioner. Whew. Gabriel says, are you familiar with the character Smeagol Gollum? I only ask because every time I think of BPD, I think of that character. I am. I have never watched all the Lord of the Rings movies. Aaron got me to watch the first one, and I almost stayed awake through the whole thing. Almost. It was this close. I've tried several times to watch it, and I keep falling asleep. I feel terrible for saying that. But Aurora was held by a hobbit, by Dominic. Mary, is that, which I always forget. But Aurora was held by, I think, Mary the Hobbit, who's played by Dominic, whatever his last name was. And I'm so sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fanatic, so I don't know the stuff as well. And he had said something about, like, she fell asleep in his arms, and he's, look, I'm magic. I put her to sleep. And I'm thinking, yeah, you maybe did that to me too. But I didn't say that because I didn't want Aaron to just beat me right there. Just kidding, Aaron would never do that. But, and then I got to interview Sean Astin a few weeks ago, whichever hobbit he is. I'm terrible at this, guys. I'm terrible. Aaron says, be here. Riordan's son was not dyslexic. It's just that the only thing he really enjoyed was mythology. Samwise, thank you. Yeah. Really? I swear I read Rick Riordan's son. I almost spelled dyslexic backwards. Bryson, Rick Riordan's son Haley has dyslexia and ADHD. Riordan created the character Percy Jackson with these traits to honor his son, as the ADHD and dyslexia were indicators of demigod status in the book series. Riordan originally started telling the stories as a way to help his son become more interested in reading. Okay, whew. I couldn't let you be right. Not on stream. No. I'm just kidding. It's completely fine if you are right. But in this case, I was starting to question my sanity because I thought, no, I'm sure I read that article, but yeah. So struggles. Let's have some vent time. Let's have some sharing of the struggles and stuff. Gabriel, I did want to respond to that real fast. I can absolutely see the parallels between Smeagol Gollum and BPD. I could see that absolutely. I know enough to know that one. But yeah, so struggles. The government shutdown, deciding to cut benefits is obviously the big struggle here. I don't know how many people here in the community are also being affected. I know there's quite a few because I've absolutely swamped with emails. And if you've reached out to me in the past few days, I'm so sorry, and I'm going to try my best to get through them as quick as possible. And I hope that we're able to raise money through Patreon stuff to help as many people in the community as possible, because I felt my heart just drop into my stomach when I opened my email the next day, to just see how many other people are panicked and are scared and are trying to figure out next steps. And we are here as a community. We're going to figure out how to deal with this. I have no idea how, but we're going to figure out how to deal with this. But that's been my biggest struggle right now, is the fear of food insecurity for myself and my family. That came completely out of left field. I was not expecting it. Just got an email from DES saying, hey, you're not getting any benefits for the foreseeable future, and WIC. So yeah, that's been giving me anxiety and panic attacks, and been very stressed out about it. So that's why I'm saying this stream, the pledges are going to me, because I just want to make sure that myself and my family are stable, because I can't help others if I can't breathe myself, So just want to make sure that we stabilize as much as possible and don't get hit by this any more than, I mean, we're going to get hit by it either way, but trying to offset it as much as possible. So thank you so much for the people here in the community who are helping in any way that they can. I know that it's a nightmare. It's a real nightmare. I mean, right now it's WIC and food stamps. Like, really, that's a low blow. You're gonna go after pregnant women, children, and people who can't afford food, like the poor people who can't afford food. And I'm not sure how that's going to affect state insurance, because we're on state insurance and I haven't heard about that yet. But I'm in therapy. My son's in therapy. We have prescriptions and stuff that we need to get in the household. So it's, I don't know what to do there. Braced and scared because his grandpa is on Social Security. On his dad's side, his paternal grandpa is on Social Security and Medicare and stuff. So we're scared of how that's gonna affect. So there's a lot of fear right now. I feel it in my own world, but I'm also feeling the empathic fear from everyone else through these emails that I'm reading, through some of the comments. It's going to be a roller coaster. I think we all really need to brace ourselves for what's about to come, because I don't think it's good. I think we really need to stick together to get to the other side of this mess. Oh, Matt says, I'm going into mental rehabilitation for 8 months. Do you have any advice how to handle it? When you're saying mental rehabilitation, do you mean a facility or just some kind of seclusion that you're doing on your own, so that I can answer accurately, so I can have a good answer for that? I need to check my dog. Love your cups. Great. Yes, it is green. It's Ghostface. It is Ghostface. Oh, I thought that was a donation, but it was really just spam email. Ashkar says, I just want to sleep through my birthday. I just want to sleep. I just want to hibernate, honestly, right now. I just want some time to absolutely hibernate. Carol says, next question, Amanda. I'm helping people because I'm paramedic, but I'm not helping myself. It's interesting. What do you think? It's very common, and it will cause burnout eventually. You will burn out eventually. And that's what I was talking about just a minute ago as to why I was saying the pledges on the stream are going to me and not to the community, is because you absolutely have to fill your own cup. You have to put your oxygen mask on first. Know that. We all know that. And if you don't, you're not going to be able to breathe so that you can help other people. You're not going to be as effective in helping other people. And I have to remind myself that, because it's very hard for a lot of us to care about ourselves. But when we can think about it in the context of, if I want to continue helping other people, I have to be able to help myself, or I'm not going to have the energy. I'm not going to have the mental fortitude to be able to do that. So hello, Alan. Yeah, Gabriel saying cliche alert, you can't give what you don't have. And I know the oxygen thing and stuff is cliche also, but I think that some cliches are cliches for a reason, because there's value in them, and that's why they've been repeated so much. Some are just annoying and I want to punch people when they say them, but I do think that if you think of, I talk about the happiness bank. That's what I talk about in my happiness boost course, is our happiness bank. And if your bank balance, if your happiness balance is in the red, then you have nothing to give to other people. You just don't. So a lot of the course is talking about how to increase those deposits and stuff. So I didn't see a response, but I do want to answer about the going into I'm assuming some kind of facility, so going into some kind of mental rehabilitation. I think that there are several things I would suggest. Number one, the way those are portrayed on the movies is not accurate. So my first piece of advice is go in with an open mind, because The first few weeks especially are going to feel very frustrating, very overwhelming, because it's such a big change. It's changing everything about your life, and that's totally normal. And you have to give yourself permission to not have it all figured out right away, to not have all these expectations of how it's going to go and how you should show up and how you should feel, just going in with an open mind. I think also a big one that I see a lot for people that go into any kind of rehabilitation is they have this timeline in their head, right? Of, okay, well, I'm going to be in there. Then after week 1, I'm going to have this. And after 3 weeks, I'm going to do this. And at the end of the 8 months, like everything's going to be perfect and great. And I think that there's value in having goals. But again, this goes back to expectations, and progress isn't always going to be linear. So if you have this timeline, you're going to be constantly disappointed if you're not hitting things. Some days are going to feel like setbacks, and some days are going to feel like you're just on top of the world. And have space in your heart for those really bad days. I think some days will be setbacks, some days will be breakthroughs, and you have to be grateful for the breakthroughs, but also have space in your heart for the really bad days, because both of those are part of the healing process. Trying to think if I have any other advice. Being really honest with your team. A lot of people tend to be dishonest about these things with team members. So I think just being honest with where you're at, how much you're progressing. There's no point in lying to people that are trying to help you, because you're not helping yourself. If you're not being authentic, you're not helping yourself, because you're not giving them the information they need to give you the best treatment, the best insights and stuff. I think finding a person or two that you really connect with is also really valuable, because connection can make a huge difference. You do not have to bond with everyone in there. You do not have to connect with everyone in there, but find 1 or 2 people that really resonate with you, that you guys can kind of be buddies getting through it. I think that is really helpful too, because it gives you that sense of community. It makes you feel less isolated. So those would be my big suggestions. This one's hard for me, because I'm one of those people that I love to talk, and if somebody listens, I tend to kind of just word vomit out. But in the beginning, or at least a percentage of the time, like maybe in some meetings, listen more than you talk, so that you're hearing the experiences of others, so that you are, hearing the advice and the insights and the do's and the don'ts. So you're getting information as opposed to just word vomiting, which that's valuable too. But either at first or during specific groups or specific meetings, make sure that you're listening more than you talk. That's my advice for the day for that. I want to do our wins, but we can't be halfway and only have 10 of our goal. I don't want to walk away from this feeling discouraged right now. I just don't. I'm feeling very discouraged this week, and I feel like I need that win. Thank you, Alan. I hope that made sense. I hope that that was valuable. I'm always so hard on myself that I always feel like everything I say is just not good enough. So I appreciate the feedback. But yeah, I'm feeling frustrated, and I'm feeling scared, and no pressure. But if we don't meet the goal, I'm just going to freak out. Like my brain's just going to explode right now. Okay. Like I need the win, y'all. I need the win. I really, really, really need the win. But oh my God, no, Bryson, no, Bryson's so stuck on this 6 or 7 thing. Speaking of my brain exploding, if I have to hear 6 or 7 or the I'm Just Kidding song one more time, I'm going to break out. Thank you, T. Montgomery. And I feel so frustrated, because I feel like a year ago this wasn't really a problem, and we were just doing strange fun, and we were raising money for the community, and now I'm like, help me, please, help me. I hate it. It feels gross. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Hey, Put it out there, and guess what just happened? Oh my God. Ask and you shall receive. Let's see. Oh, Mark, thank you. Mark sent 127. Jason, geez, like we get halfway with 10, and then like Jason sent 25. And Ash, is this you? I just saw that I sold a book, and I bet it's Ash. Ash is such a doll. She's gonna own half my bookstore. Oh my gosh. And yeah, sold 4 books. Oh no, that wasn't Ash. Ash, I thought that was you. I thought you were getting your next round, but while I'm sitting here doing this, also had sold 4 books. So thank you, Jason. Thank you, Mark, and special thanks to Suzanne. I don't know if Suzanne's from in here or if that was just weird coincidence that she happened to get a bundle of books. I get really excited when I get to pack the books. I have some really cute, oh my gosh. I don't want to get up because I'm wearing jammy pants, but I have to show you the cute little stickers I got for the shop. So you guys are going to see me in my jammy pants. I was not going to get up, but I have to show you these because they're cute. Oh no, where are they? There we go. So, Ash, if you do get any books right now, so I have, for those of you that don't know, one of my jobs that people swear I don't have, like I was seeing on the comments to my last video. It's so weird to me that I'm literally working during that video and people are accusing me of not working. But I have a Pango bookshop. So I run a little bookshop. It's one of the things I do to make money in the interim while being a new mom and trying to find work and stuff. And I've been sending out these little stickers with all my book sales. So any amount of books you get, I send out these little stickers. And these are the ones I've got right now for Halloween. This one's my personal favorite. I can also send them for pledges too. If any of you guys want one of these for a pledge, I love it. I love it so much. Attempted murder, in case you don't know, a group of crows is called a murder. So I love that one. This little one, little goat that's trick-or-treating, got his little devil teddy bear and his little pumpkin pail. So yeah, that one's cute. Not as cute as the attempted murder one, I don't think. The pumpkin spike, little cactus. I'm in Arizona, so I thought that was pretty appropriate. The little pumpkin cactus. I thought that was cute. It says pumpkin spike. And then this one is probably the most relatable for everyone. So if anybody wants this with one of the pledges, I'd be happy to send you one. But it says, I wanted to, but my executive dysfunction, social anxiety, sensory overload, and burnout said no. Tell me that that's not the most relatable thing ever. I saw this and went, oh my God, like everybody in the community is going to love this. So I do have some self-help and mental health books and stuff over there. So these are the ones that I've been sending with those. So yeah, I get very excited when I get to pack up the books and stuff. Oh, Master Rogue says you're our win. David says every time I see 2 crows on a fence and a third one fly, I yell attempted murder. Or you can say I just witnessed a murder. That's what I've done that before. Oh my gosh. Alan says, if you have a bookstore, I've got a dozen big tubs of books and DVDs. Where are you? I don't know if we can do DVDs on there, but books, definitely. I currently have like 800 and some books in my shop, but thank you. That'd be great. That's one of my sources of income right now. I'm on Rover, I'm on Poshmark, and I'm on Pango, and those are my sources of income right now because most stuff here in the community isn't monetized. And then, pledges and stuff here on this stream. Other streams go toward the community. David, oh God, David just pledged and told me to do the Amanda Happy Dance for the books. So Amanda dance. That's always just my little happy dance. Things make me laugh, David. I needed it. Bring it around town. Yeah. Yep, that is it. I gotta be careful with the girls, though. Steve says we set up one of those free library things in our neighborhood along a new nature trail. So all the books that I get that can't be sold or anything, I donate to those. So big fan of those. We've been looking for, Bryson's missing several of the Diver Wimpy Kid books, so I've been watching for them in there because he's trying to finish his collection. So, one was just added to a cart. Are y'all shopping in my shop right now? Oh, that'd be great. Oh, I just get so excited. The only thing better than her happy dance is her sneeze. It's so cute. Nobody can come in and throw like pepper in my face. Bryson says he's missing 4 of the Dweck books. I don't know which 4, but they're on the back of his book. He knows. Spencer says, I'm ready to get out of the in-laws, so I stop eating so much damn Halloween candy. It's not even Halloween yet. What are you doing? What are you doing, my dude? Carol says, it's already night in Poland. Can I write you a private message, for example, an email? Yes. My email and Instagram are in the descriptions of the lives and the videos. If you email and I don't email back right away, like I said, I just got totally swamped in the last few days. So it's going to take me a bit to catch up with my email. So please, please, please don't think I'm ignoring you. I was blown away. I literally woke up and I saw the emails in both of my emails and my Instagram. And I just sat there and kind of stared for a minute and went, oh God, because I try my best to get through as many as I can as fast as I can, but I swear I'm not ignoring you. Ash says, for my birthday, I'm buying discounted candy and watching scary movies all day. Man, that sounds like the most awesome day ever. Mark says that there's been people from the bank trying to scam account details. Yeah, don't ever give out any kind of account information over the phone unless you call the number on the back of like your debit card or whatever, or the number that's on the bank website. Do not ever call a number that you get sent an email that's not from the company itself, which it will be like bankofamerica.com, wellsfargo.com, whatever. So please, please, please make sure that you are being safe out there. So yeah, there's some real crap people in the world. Oh my God, Ash, is it over here? I was thinking of you the other day when I got this book. These are both, I showed this to David. These are both LGBT books, and I totally had thought of you. How the Boogeyman Became a Poet and Bored Gay Werewolf. And I was like, oh man, Ash is gonna love those. But I had immediately thought of you when I saw those. Okay. Wow, Alan says, I have a couple of books printed in the late 1700s. Wow, what? Oh, goodness. Is JT on your PJs? I'm not sure. No, but he's on my pillow. Thanks to David, he's on my pillow. The werewolf is bored but happy. Yes. Okay. So we've got 18 minutes left. If we start getting a pledge train or something, of course, I'll always stay later. But let's do our wins. I need the wins, guys. I need you. I need your energy, right? I need your wins. If you still need to share struggles and stuff, of course, feel free to do so. But we're going to shift into the win energy. So for those of you that are dropping by for the first time, this is the Snap Cup. It's inspired by Legally Blonde 2. A couple days before the stream, I will make a post over in the community so you can share your wins, where you can use the super chat, super sticker functions here. If you're a channel member, like I said, you'll get one of those each stream so that you can share them and I will read them and celebrate with you. But it comes with a song. So Snap Cup time, gather ye round, friends and foes together, united and bound. Pass it to your neighbor instead of blowing up, and you'll find harmony and love in a Snap Cup. just gonna say, I can do better than that. I know Mick's not here anymore for the time being to yell at me for not getting good enough snaps, but I promise I'm practicing for when he comes back. Mick is was one of our regulars, and he's just having some family stuff. But yeah. So B here again. Oh, B is gonna be the first one. B here again. My win was figuring out how to get the boomerang out of the tree. Mom can explain. Yes. So Bryson, we'd found a boomerang just laying on the ground, and he decided that he was gonna go throwing it. Got stuck in a tree, and he was trying to get it out. So snaps for you, Bryson. All right. There's a blank win. Oh gosh. Oh, David, by the way, did you drop the Pango link? Just in case you want to check out the books, I forgot to say that. B. Macadori says, I started cutting ties with those who have been resentful and toxic, but I believe that there is more room for improvement. Oh, man. When you start that spring cleaning phase of people in your life, you'll find that there's less people around, but you know you will have more peace. So big snaps to you. I do think that once you start getting on that roll, you're just like, fine, bye, Felicia. And you just like start cutting people left and right. You'll make major purges. And I promise it can be difficult, but you do find so much peace in that. So much peace. Thank you, David. So much peace in that. David just shared the link if you want to check out my bookshop. And I always send goodies. Ask Ash. Did I snap? I think I snapped. I'm tired, guys. I think I'm still having a little bit of an emotional hangover. Oh, this one looks nice and long. Anonymous. Is this the same Anonymous that's in here right now? I do love a good purge. You're absolutely right. Now I'm going to be hearing the siren in my head. We got our dog. She's been with us for 2 weeks, and I feel so good to have a dog in the house again. Sorry about everything going on. My family does watch a lot of political satire, so I'm pretty familiar with what's going on. It sucks. I'm not American. There's your win right there. Snaps to you for not being stuck in this shithole. But my mom was returning from a business trip around the start of the shutdown and had to worry about her flight. She thankfully made it back. Also, I mentioned how excited I am for the new Has Been Hotel season. It's finally releasing on Wednesday. Finally, I've never really been a horror person, but just in time for Halloween, I started listening to Ice Nine Kills. Bryston! Bryson's going to jump all over this chat right now. A very well-known band with mostly horror-themed music. They literally have 2 albums consisting of songs based entirely on horror movies. As someone who usually isn't into that kind of stuff, I find this to be my niche in the Goran. So one of my Patreon exclusives is going to be a Nice Nine Kills song coming up. So a little sneak peek there. But big snaps to you for all of these wins, getting the dog and being able to watch this new show, enjoy that. Your mom getting home safe and stuff. And yeah, I love horror, so I am definitely going to dive into some Ice Nine Kills. I'm doing a reaction over on my Patreon because I do exclusive reactions there for supporters and stuff. So yeah, lots of snaps. I love it, love it, love it. Oh gosh. Aaron says we watched that one a few days ago. Which one? Oh, Casper. Yeah, we watched Casper a few days ago. Aaron says, Bryson again, my dad and my stepmom went to the concert in Vegas. Yeah. So his dad just gone to a Nice Nine Kills concert. And so that's been a big conversation in our house. Apparently they had a huge concert in Vegas that had a crazy lineup. Like I know Simple Plan was there. I know Blink-182 was there. Super jealous. I've seen Simple Plan 3 times, but I've never seen Blink. I wanted to, but they came to town and their tickets were something like $700 a piece. And even before the job loss and stuff, I couldn't justify that. I've never been that well off. So, yes, that's a win for him. Snaps to him and snaps to Bryson's dad and stepmom for being able to enjoy that. So he's a part of the community, so they're a part of the community. So yes, snaps to Anonymous, snaps to them. We're watching Hocus Pocus tonight, actually. Whew. Dead Demon says, I'm alive and well, but nothing much new, really. But I'm more worried about how the weather is colder than normal and just how cold it could actually get, saying it's only the beginning of winter. Well, I'm glad that you're alive, biggest win. And you know what? Sometimes not having anything new is the best thing because just ask me, like through the last couple of days where new things are hitting and I'm going, please stop. I just want everything to stop for a while. This is going to be crazy coming out of my mouth. I think David's going to just hit the floor. I want to be bored for a while. I just don't want new things to happen. What the heck? Oh my gosh! Yeah! You get more Amanda dances. Is this coincidence? Are these books someone here in the stream? Are you guys getting books right now? Jason, I adore you. More Amanda dance for the books. Thank you. I promise I will pack up lots of goodies. As for the winter getting colder, yeah, it feels warmer here. So exact opposite problem here, that it just feels warmer. But yeah, I do feel like there's some weather shifts. So I hope that you are able to bundle up and stay warm, stay safe through this. But yeah, I'm just glad you're here, and I'm glad that at least nothing's getting worse. Sometimes that is a big win. That's a big gratitude. Nothing's getting worse. So snaps for that. Garfield Halloween, is that a thing? I don't think I've ever watched it. Have I watched Garfield? I do remember that there was an episode of Garfield that really creeped me out as a kid where his vacuum came to life. That episode freaked me out as a child. Yeah. Be Here. That's like one of Aaron's favorite movies. You old people and you. Child, do you ever want to have a birthday ever again? Okay. Jeff Reynolds says, I was in an unhealthy cycle where I wasn't eating in the mornings on my ADHD meds, and I was consuming pornography. I don't want YouTube to get us in trouble here, for 2 to 3 hours before work. I am 5 years sober from dating sites, and I've been trying to reduce reduce my porn addiction to eventually become fully sober. I fell into some major job instability when a job I absolutely loved closed its doors back in June. This triggered an increase in addictive behavior. Yesterday and the day before, I actually woke up and ate first, which reduced my time on corn to an hour and a half. I am feeling on track again and hoping to reduce to a level where I was before. I was at 20 minutes per day before my store closed. I was on track to completely cut corn from my life. I know I can do this, and that little win has remotivated me. You absolutely can. I'm very, very proud of you for that reduction. That is huge, to getting it down so much. That is great. I'm proud of you that you're moving in the right direction. I'm glad that you caught that you were in a healthy cycle, because if you can't catch it, you can't get out of it, right? So I'm glad that you saw that you are taking steps to move in the right direction. There is an online program. If you email me, I have this saved. I don't have it right now because I have a written list. I love writing things. But I have a program that's online that really, really helps with corn addiction that might be helpful to you. So I'd be happy to send that information over to you. But seriously, great job moving in the right direction. I know that's not easy. Any addiction can be very, very difficult to move away from. I know this one can really eat at people. I've seen it do so much damage to people, and I know how difficult it can be to get away from. So you're doing great. I'm glad that you have that motivation and that win to fuel you, because once you get one win, you kind of snowball on it. Let me add up, because we have a few minutes left here. I want to see where we're at. You know what? I'm going to try and brain power today. I'm just going to use a calculator. Sometimes you just got to use the resources you got, right? My brain cannot brain. So we're at 182 of the 250 goal, and I have my email pulled up. So I'm so glad it wasn't at 180. Whoever, yeah. Thank you, Mark, for making that 127, because if that would have been 180 right now, I would have been like, somebody donate $1. I do not like that number. So yes, 182 out of the 250 goal. Oh, I'm hungry. I think we're having pad thai for dinner. Top Gun Sean says, hey, Amanda, I recently just went through a very dark time in my life and needed my family and friends to save me. Your course has begun to help me. Is there a way I can reach out or message you for advice? You're welcome to come here on the streams if you're okay talking publicly. My email should be in the course material, but my Instagram and email and stuff is in my video descriptions and descriptions here on the stream. So yes, I'm very happy that the course is helping you. I'm sorry that you went through a dark time, but seeing that you need family and friends is great. Like asking for help is great. You're in the course, so you're doing that work on yourself. So there's a lot of wins there. We all go through dark times. We all go through those dark seasons, but leaning on the people that we can lean on, asking for help when we need it, and doing what we can to build a solid foundation, to build that toolbox like you're doing with my course. And thank you so much for signing up for that. I'm so happy to hear that it's helping. That always makes me really happy to hear the feedback and stuff. But yeah, if you want to email me, if you do so with the email that you use to sign up for the course, my email will actually highlight it so that I will get to that over the other million emails that are packing up. God, I can't talk, that are piling up right now. So yeah. Oh, Spencer just has a death wish today. Absolute death wish. No, Spencer, they're not. I actually had this conversation the other day, like a while back with Bryson, about why I think instinct's better. And I will make a whole freaking PowerPoint, okay? But thank you anyway for the pledge. And thank you, Sean, for being a student. I'm happy to hear it's helping, and I'm proud of you for being able to reach out, for being able to sign up for the course and stuff, and try to take control, to do the things that you can, what you have the power to do. Like we don't have control over everything, but we do have control over way more than we want to admit that our shadow wants us to know about. So I'm happy that you were able to do that. And the course information David had posted earlier, but if you are wanting to check that out to get more information, the link is in the description of my videos, in the description of this stream. So Sierra, who stopped by earlier, she's Aurora's auntie, Aaron's sister-in-law. She said finally was able to get kids into a psychiatrist. Yay! Huge. That's huge. Bryson was actually finally able to get into therapy as well. So big snaps there as well. That's amazing when you can check that off your list. You can feel like you're moving in the right direction. And my win was actually related to her. She brought some food over, which I am super grateful for right now. Like I said, really freaking out, scared, feel like I need to start stockpiling and stuff. But I can't do that because I don't have the benefits to get the food. So yeah, that was really, really generous and sweet. She's really been a rock for us since having Aurora. She's the one support we have here. It's a pity she lives so far away, because I swear to God, we'd probably just be with her, like constantly hanging out and stuff. Bryson loves her kids, and she has a big heart. So that was my win, but snaps to you for being able to get the kids into therapy, and snaps to me for having someone that helped and brought that over. Big and also best snaps. I'm happy Aurora said mama this week. She did. So I won. That was another one of my big snaps is I won. Oh yeah. It's my birthday. Get busy. I was just, no, you're gonna say mama first. You hush, Mark. You hush, all right? And do I need to talk about them? Like my dolls are right here behind me. Where else is she supposed to put her dirty dishes? One of my favorite jokes. Good job. Baddick says, have taken in the last 7 years a more integral approach to addressing life. During the last week, I've had several personal breakthroughs of understanding moral, emotional, and cognitive intelligence with connections to cultural maturity, spiral dynamics, Jung's archetypes, and Mora's archetypal development maturation. Not so much on how they function independently, but more of synergies across them and both the pathological and sociological connections. I love this because I don't think, and I talk about this in my videos, my reactions, in my course, like I talk about this a lot, that I think that these different archetypes, these different dynamics and stuff almost all of them have a lot of value to them, but I don't think any one of them is complete. So I think that researching and learning and expanding from different perspectives, different archetypes, different ideas and things is how we grow, and we can add more and more things to our toolbox, right? To our mental toolbox. So big snaps to you for taking that integral approach, and learning and growing and developing. And it doesn't really matter if you understand how they function per se. Some of that is a little above my head too on some of them, where I'm just, I don't think I really get some of the nuances of the concepts. I always had that when I was in psychology, where I'm going, I don't really understand some of the nuances. But yeah, the synergies, I think, are very valuable in of themselves. So big snaps to you for that. If you say anything nasty about St. Thomas, like, it's Halloween season. I have my ghost face here. I'm already feeling stabby with everything going on with the government. Don't even push me. I will cut you. B says, I've never seen it personally, only in pictures. I think it's cool, though. What have you never seen personally? See, Ash knows. I love you, Ash. Ash knows. And Ash, I just pulled your win. See? Your love is radiating here. I made a new profile for online dating. Here's hoping I can finally meet my future girl. Oh, that's a huge step. Snaps to you. I do want to say, don't get discouraged if you are not getting lots of swipes and stuff, especially right off, or if you're getting a lot of spam. It's not you. Dating world can be difficult. And I think that, it's a big step putting yourself out there, and that's a great one. It's one step closer to meeting that person. Just be patient with yourself and understand that there are lots and lots and lots of people out there. And I think that, putting that energy out there to find a person that is right for you, just be patient with yourself, be patient with your soulmate that's out there, and don't settle. That's my biggest advice for anybody dating. Don't settle. Do not settle for someone that's not going to treat you in the way that you deserve to be treated, or that you don't match with, that you don't feel is a good fit for you. You deserve the best. You deserve someone that makes you happy, and you deserve someone that you can connect with and bond with. So I'm happy that you're out there. I'm sorry that I can't be your future girl here, but I hope that you find someone that really makes you happy. So big snaps to you for putting yourself out there. Thomas says, I don't hate, for record, I'm just not a fan. That's fair. Like, there's a lot of things that I'll listen to and go, that's cool. I'm not really going to listen to it outside of the channel, for example, but there's stuff they say, that's cool. That's I can see why people enjoy it. So thank you for not just hating. Wolfman says, I'm alive and struggling through some difficulties in my life right now, minute by minute right now. Snaps to you, again, for being alive. Can't go anywhere else if we're not alive. So big snaps to you. I'm sorry that you're struggling, but minute by minute sometimes is the only way that we can get through. Sometimes it's minute by minute, and then you'll realize, I made it an hour, and I wasn't really thinking about it all that much. So if you have to be minute by minute for the moment, that is perfectly fine. There's no shame in that, and that is a huge win. And just thinking, can I add a win to the next moment? Can I maybe bring a win? Can I use some tools to decrease the difficulties and increase, like, make deposits into my happiness bank? That's all you can really do, is figure out how can I make deposits. Like I said, that's one of the big focuses of the course, is how can I make deposits and not with a lot of withdrawals? Like, how can I reduce those withdrawals? So big snaps to you for being here, though. Alan Aaron says, I'm going to be like Travis Kelce, not settle for anything less than my Taylor Swift and her bank account. Putum says, my dad's health is starting to get better. It's an inspiration, because if he can beat this, then so can I. Yes, snaps to you that your dad's health is getting better, but also that you're seeing that as your own inspiration, to know that if there's other people out there. And that's why I put my story out there, because I want people to see, gosh, Aurora is so chatty right now. I want other people to see that we can get to the other side of things. That's why it's important to share your story in all parts, where it's validating to see that people are struggling like you, that you're not alone. But then it's also awesome to see the other side to that, to see that we can get to that other side. So big snaps. Who is the Everly Brothers? I don't know. I have no idea. Danny says, I'm going to get off here for the night. I hope you all have an amazing evening. You as well, Danny. Good night. Okay. Aaron says, I'm taking this advice in here, guys. I'm getting ready for dating. So if that's Aaron, Aaron's not going to be in future streams, guys, because if that's Bryson, like, Lord help me. Lord help me. Other parents in here, help me. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. Now that I just had an existential crisis, moving on, right? I was hired. Gabriel Loria, are you still in here? Says I was hired by Dollar Tree for part-time position as a cashier. I love that. I love that you were able to get a job. It's so hard right now. Every place, like, be it grocery stores, fast food, dollar store, coffee shops, like, no place is hiring. So I'm happy that you were able to find that. Big snaps to you. And I think that's all of our wins. We're at 184 of our pledge goal of 250. So I'll stay a couple more minutes. We'll see if we can get there. See if there's a few more struggling little wins that come in here. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Oh, we still have stuff being added to carts on my shop too. Let's see if that's if that's another person making an order here. I'm assuming that's B, so still have no idea who that is. Oh yeah, somebody's trying to explain that Everly Brothers. I have no idea who any of that is either. Oh, thank you, David. I'm actually just gonna put this on the calculator. I'll write it here just in case the calculator crashes or something. But David says, I can see B bring home first date, and Amanda greets her at the door in full jigsaw look. I want to play a game. Like, yeah, sounds about right. I think you need to be tested before you can date my son. Yeah, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. Thank you, David. David's just great at making me laugh. Steve says, I have to write a ton of JavaScript code tomorrow. Oh, that sounds so boring. Oh, fun. But a lot. So enjoying this moment with you people while I have it. See, I feel bad because I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so boring. I would die. But I'm glad that it's enjoyable for you. I can understand that because there's certain things like, I think that if Aaron was up here listing stuff on Poshmark and Pango, he'd probably be bored to tears. But if I was doing the tech stuff that he did before losing his job, then I would be bored to tears also. So I get it. With the roars of little Billy. Yeah. Yep. I was gonna say Jigsaw doesn't really have a particular look, other than the black and red robe from the first couple, like from the second one. Sorry, from the second one. No, that is the first one. That's the first one. Or the second one. I don't know. I keep getting them mixed up. I'm a huge Saw fan, but God, like, that storyline is so convoluted. I remember the basic, like, I remember, okay, that's the house one, that's the insurance one, I can remember some of the traps in them, but trying to keep the storyline straight is, like, impossible. The puppet is Billy, not Jigsaw. Oh gosh, Steve says plenty of fish. I have stories. Was it Mr. Nightmare? I love listening to Mr. Nightmare's horror stories sometimes, of like dating horror stories and plenty of fish horror stories and things like that. And that's it. I'm getting Amanda a tricycle for Christmas. Wait till Aurora can have a little tricycle. Ah, man, we're so close. We're so close. $56 short. We're close. Ash says, do it. How about a green machine? The storyline is easy, too easy. I'm not saying that I think the storyline is great. I think the Saw storyline is great, but I guess saying the storyline wasn't correct. The timeline is really convoluted. Like the timeline is all the frick over the place. It's so hard to just nail down the timeline of Saw. I'm close to meeting the pledge goal of 250 for this stream. So we're at 194. So we're 56 short. Is that correct? Did I just make an idiot of myself by not being able to do basic math? What was it the other day, Erin? Oh gosh. Bryson asked me what the Second Amendment was, and I was tired. I was just, my brain was really foggy because I was having that emotional hangover, that panic attack hangover, and my brain was really foggy. I'm like, I don't know, kid. Like, I just want to eat my breakfast. So I legitimately was in a place where I did not know what the Second Amendment was. I know the Second Amendment well. I've exercised my Second Amendment rights before. All right, y'all. So yeah, that was one of those moments where I went, wow, that was like saying Paris is a country. That time on stream where I said Paris is a country. Aaron Bryson says, little question. Does anyone know it? Know what? Am I walking into a joke by saying know what? David says, I had an early 80s Superman themed big wheels. I want so much. Oh my God. I'm just picturing you like on Bobby's World, how he's riding that little trike around the house. Like that's what I'm thinking of. Man, I'm tired. Tired. Ugh. Oh my God, Steve, holy shit. Oh my God, sorry for the curtsy. Thank you so much. We definitely just made our goal. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I was feeling pretty discouraged early in the stream. I was feeling like, oh gosh, we're not getting any pledges. And then I was starting to feel bad about myself. And I'm going, do they just not care? Is it because the stream's like for me? Like, thank you. I don't even know what to say or do. I get very, very excited. Thank you so much for helping us meet it and for being so generous. I really appreciate it. Oh, Bryson was genuinely asking what the Second Amendment was. Okay, the right to bear arms. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. Sorry, I thought that you were asking to test me and make me feel like a dork early in the morning. Oh, Alan says, you guys like watching scary movies, but I was born and grew up in an old church with attached parsonage in Rolla, Missouri. Wait, what? You grew up in Rolla? I grew up in Lebanon. That's wild. Yeah, Rolla is like a stone's throw from Lebanon. So that's crazy. That's crazy to me. Oh gosh. But yeah, I fall victim to that too, where I set the goal for the stream and everything. I was telling you guys that the stream's for me personally, not so much for the outreach and stuff. And early in the stream, I'm just like, oh man, nobody's pledging. That has to mean nobody cares, right? And if nobody cares, then why am I doing this? Like, is my content even helping? I get the mind spiral too, y'all. I get it. Bryson saying, did you know Lego's first mascot was a wooden duck since it started as wood, but the warehouse burned down twice, so they switched to plastic? Yeah. And now we have Lego today. Yes, absolutely. That's thank you for sharing that little random fact. I was learning that the other day. We were out and about looking at books and stuff, and he had saw a Lego book and learned that. So I think that's very interesting. Yeah. Master says, I have a stabby weapon that's legal, but if I strap it to a barrel and use as a bayonet, then it becomes a war crime. It's all so weird. I don't understand. It's subjective. Steve says, I'm not rich, but did work hard to pay off my house. Took about 10 years. Saved up for a new car with the leftovers, bought with cash. Now I have a roof and debt-free, not rich, but content. That's my goal, is to just be totally debt-free, to just be able to, not worry about things like this, not be on public assistance. That's totally respectable. So snaps for you, for being at that place to be able to pay off your house and buy a car. I actually don't want to own a house. Like I don't see value in that per se. I'd rather just rent. I know that there's two sides to that argument. I don't want to argue it right now, but I am weird because I will never finance a car again, ever, ever, ever. If I can't afford to buy with cash my car, I will never finance again. I got myself in a really bad situation where it's like when you're paying the payments I swear you're paying so high, like the interest rates are so high that you pretty much are just paying interest. Like it gets to a point you're just paying interest. I had to do care credit one time for dental work. I haven't had a dentist checkup in years. At this point, I just realized that because I can't afford it, but yeah, I remember getting screwed into care credit because the interest rates were so high too. So, good night, Alan. Good night, Ash. Good night. Yeah, I'm starving and I need to go make food for the baby. So, David, it's all your fault. It's your fault. You're making them tingle again. So David we were on the Patreon pack call because we do a Zoom call, and I'm like, oh, gotta go, guys. David, I love you, gotta go. Like it was toward the end of the call and we were just still chatting. I'm like, I'm sorry, I gotta go because you're making them tingle. So yeah, I don't want to buy an island. Do I look like Mr. Beast to you? Please do not answer that. If a single person in here says yes, I will never be okay again. All right. Because I like to believe that my smile reaches my eyes. I like to believe I still have a soul in my eyes. But yes, well, if you want your own planet, Alan, just go become a Mormon. Like when you die, you get your own planet. Cool story. Things some people believe. I dated a girl and I thought it was weird. She never had a car, no driver's license. She was 35. That was unbelievable to me. Steve says, my former friend does not drive on highways. She only would drive around town. I know people that don't have driver's licenses. We're watching young Sheldon, and the one character on there doesn't have a driver's license and he's older. So he's trying to learn. Ugh. David says, now she mentioned Smile. I didn't mention Smile. Who the hell mentioned Smile? No, sir. Master Rogue says, you still have a soul in your eyes, and it's a lovely soul. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Aaron's asking I don't know. My tummy's grumbling, and Aurora needs food, so I have to go make food. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for helping me hit the pledge goal and for being here and lifting my spirits. Today was one of those days, I'm telling you, a lot of the times I'm just, do I cancel the stream? I'm feeling like crap. Like I don't want to be a Debbie Downer to everyone. But then I show up and then we end up walking away a little bit happier. I feel more hopeful. I hope that you guys got a little chuckle out of me being excited for the book sales and stuff. I get seriously excited to pack my orders and stuff. I love it. I love my shop. I have Poshmark and I have Pango, and I love my shops. I love packing my orders. I love including all the little goodies. So Steve, if you message me on there and tell me which of the stickers you want, I will give you. I'll give you your choice. Usually I just throw it in randomly, but I'll definitely give you choice. Throw in a bunch of other goodies and stuff. I'm getting super shaky, so I love you guys. I'm going to go eat some dinner. If you are watching this at a later time and you want to make pledges and stuff, I leave the information to do that below. If you still want to share your wins and stuff in the comments or your struggles, I'm trying to read. I read more of my stream comments and stuff on those videos than I do the reactions and stuff because there's just always so many. So feel free to share your wins and your struggles here in the comments, and I will try my best to read them. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys so much. One dance for the road. We did get the goal and the order. So yeah, man, dance. Aw, Steve says, give the sticker to someone else by random. Okay. Okay, I will send attempted murder to someone else. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.